Alright, welcome back to Class&Cool, where we look at some classical, classically inspired MMORPGs, stuff like that. EverQuest, Classic WoW, someday I'll go to Classic WoW. I played World of Warcraft, that's right, especially when I found out that WoW was developed by a lot of the developers that left EverQuest, so you're welcome. Anyways, Monsters and Memories. Day 2 of the September playtest, and I'm excited. I'm excited because, as usual, this game is flipping awesome. But besides that, I did a little poll. So last night we did another adventure with my level 8 bard. It was mainly just me yapping and exploring and glazing Monsters and Memories and how it's the best thing since sliced bread. So there was a lot of that. But the thing that really struck me is, I mean, we got 7 days, right? We got some time. As long as I stay consistent, if I can stay on 7 days straight, I can probably do a couple things. So one is continue playing the bard, which would be cool. But I really want to play a druid. And for those of you that know me from EverQuest, I main as a druid, and almost any other MMORPG I main as a druid. Mainly because that's like my money maker. I'll go ahead and make myself a druid. I'll do ports. I'll camp mobs and try to get loot and become like a little mini merchant. Might do some trade skills, but that's my cash cow. And then after that, I have fun. I twink melee classes. Maybe I'll roll a ranger, maybe a beast master, beast lord, depending on which game you're playing. And I'll just twink the crap out of them, because that's a fun gameplay mechanic in and by itself. So I have a soft spot for druids. I really wanted to play one, so I did a poll, and I didn't put in my vote, so just to be clear. And I think I found a middle ground of how we're going to deal with this poll. So there we go. So that is the what happened? Oh, yeah, let me move this out the way. And yes, for once it's not 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning like it was yesterday. That was kind of dumb. Still starting a little late, but what we have here is results. There were 24 votes. Again, my vote is not in here, but had I voted, then it would have been Druid, fresh start. Druid was leading all day, and then at the very last hour, the bard became neck and neck with the druid. And as you know, we were on the bard yesterday, and I still haven't finished my corpse run, so I will be doing that, and I'll probably do it on stream. But I'm going to be the tiebreaker vote here, and I'm going to say we're going to do the druid. We're going to go through the character creator and do all that stuff, and we're going to enjoy it. We're going to see how far we get. And this is where I'm going to meet the bard people halfway. I'm going to jump between the druid and the bard throughout these 7 days to the best of my ability. So if we really get hooked on the druid, we might do the druid for, I don't know, 3 days straight, and then we'll pivot to the bard, right? Monsters and Memories is an alpha development. It's not like all the content is in-game. So the main thing that I'm looking for is testing, is I'm looking for natural progression, natural fun. I'm going to do some quests, but this is nothing like what the game is going to look like at 1.0 launch, right? So we don't have to get too invested. We should just chill, have fun, and see what happens. So there you have it. That's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. So I haven't gone to the character creator yet. I figured we would do that together. So I'm gonna open up my chat, say a quick hello, and we shall get started. Jimmy's put the fire emojis in the chat. What's up, what's up? Classic EverQuest said day 2 get some. That's right. 7 day, and for those that don't know, Monsters and Memories, the 7-day playtest. This is the longest playtest they have run. September 1st to September 7th. Longest playtest, Monsters and Memories, led by a loving robot, which is one of the lead designers that used to work back on EverQuest, one of the devs back in the early 2000s, which is also built up of a team of other people from various other classic MMOs, everything from Dark Age of Camelot to World of Warcraft to EverQuest. There's a mixture of everyone. Sean is one of those people you should also check out. He did a Q&A on the Monsters and Memories YouTube channel, and he always does a great job. But anywho, a salty EQ vet said, Tempo, you will be missed. So let's see, Tempo. Well, here's Tempo. As you can see, he's missing some gear. We still need to get ahead of, we got to go do the corpse run, and we'll do that. But I really want to try the Druid, so don't worry, this is not goodbye. We are still going to play the Bard. That's my promise to you. Alright, so they updated some of the faces. I wanted to show that off. So for any of you that are curious, they're polishing, right? The game's in development, so there's going to be things changing, but I'll show you some of the other races. The ones that are darkened out or shaded out, they're just not in game yet, right? Hence the alpha. This is the gnome. This is the favorite. It's a goblin. People love this guy. Like, there's so many goblins running around. It's insane. I'm not sure if this guild still exists, but I think last year somebody even created a guild. It was like something called like Only Goblins or something like that. But it was just a bunch of goblins in a guild. You got the halfling. I think you got some new hairstyles. Let me see. Beard. Okay, now they're still working on the beard, hair. You got the human. I know they updated the hair here. Oh, look at this. That's what I would do. Only I'd probably change the mustache to something else. I'm not gonna like spend too much time on this. I just wanted to show it off. There you go. Change the eyebrow color. Boom. There it is. That's your boy right there. Ogre. Dang, half his face is freaking missing. Look at that. That's crazy. And of course, Wood Elf. So, we're going to work on our Wood Elf right now. And by the way, this, well, actually, I'll save this for the end, because its context won't make sense later. But all right, so hair color, we're gonna do white, I think. Subject to change. We'll see how it looks. The face, he looks like he's puckering up his lips a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. That's okay. Too old. I'm not trying to roleplay an old guy. I'm already a old guy. Is that it? Alright, I think we all know it's going to be that one. And then for eyes, we are going to do... I'd like it if they brightened up the green a little bit. I would normally go with green eyes. I typically do in MMOs, but nah. That's pretty dope. White on white. Blue. I'm feeling the yellow. Looks like I'm piercing into a soul of an orc that I'm about to slay. Alright, bet. And then extra feature, a little scar. Yeah, why not? Why not? Give him some flair so they know that I'm not only a tree hugger, but I also get scratched up occasionally. So there you go. That's going to be our character. All right, for stats. The important stuff here is wisdom, because you're a druid. So we're going to do that. I'm actually going to put 2 points in charisma, because that's going to help with charm, I'm assuming. And the rest, I'm going to split it up evenly. Strength for carrying weight, stamina for HP. Oh, I know why. I didn't select the druid. I was like, something's wrong with these stats. So, charisma, I'm going to put it to 19. Yeah, that's important. When in character creation, you might want to, select the class that you want to play. These are the classes. Derp to derp. All right, so we have wisdom. We're going to max it out. Strength, we're going to put it to 19. Stamina, we're going to put it to 19. And agility, we're going to put it to 18. Obviously, later on, I'm not going to need any agility, any stamina, any strength, because I can just buff myself. But early on, it's going to help me with carrying capacity. Stamina is going to help with health. And agility is supposedly going to make me harder to hit. Who knows? Nobody knows. All of this is work in progress. Wisdom is going to be our most important stat for our mana pool, and charisma is going to be important for making sure our charm spells work. And I think there's something else. Probably will be something in the future, but these are our major combat traits. I'm not going to go over them. I'm just going to pick wise, because wisdom, because druid. Become wise, increasing your wisdom by 50% for 15 seconds. That's the active, and the passive is automatically increased wisdom by 5%. Excuse me. All right, for this next one, this is always tough for me. So this is major non-combat. I'm gonna choose Infravision, but to be honest, I almost did Master Artisan because it increases your trade skills. That just makes them level up 5% faster. But for the sake of you guys, you're welcome, I'm gonna choose Infravision because it's gonna help me see at night. Thus, it's gonna make a better viewing experience on your smartphone or tablet or TV, whatever you like to watch on. This is the one that's hard for me. So this is the minor non-combat trait. So I don't really care for all this other stuff. Alchemist, Bookworm, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking in my head, what is going to be the most effective for me right now? I said I'm not a min-maxer, and here I am trying to min-max. But I'm thinking between merchant, because it's going to increase my ability to sell stuff for more to the merchant, or, and this is where I'm stuck, survivalist. This starts you off with a bag right off the break. So if the whole point of me being a merchant, meaning I sell stuff for more, how am I going to carry the stuff I want to sell if I don't have a starter bag? So technically, if I were to tell a new player what should you start with and you don't know, I'd say just pick survivalist. You get a bag, it's going to help you carry more early on, fix a lot of your early game problems. Or merchant. Thought about it. I think I'm going to go with survivalist. But anyone in the chat that wants to change my mind to merchant, go for it. We still have a few moments before we finish up here. For minor combat, we're not going to choose any of the caster things. I want to go with either swordsman or bludgeoner. Basically, it just increases your one-hand blunt, two-hand blunt speed, and swordsman is the same thing, only for one-hand / two-hand / weapons. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go with bludgeoner, and as a hybrid class and as a druid and as my playstyle typically goes, I do a lot of melee for the first 20 levels, one way or another. So it makes sense to me. So these are my final stats. So strength and stamina almost maxed out. Wisdom and charisma maxed out. Almost maxed out for charisma. And some points in agility. Wise, bludgeoner, so I'm gonna get a new weapon to start off with. Infravision and survivalist is gonna give me that extra bag. Let's go with that route. Classic EverQuest said, skinny boys. Salty EQ vet said, I haven't noticed that big of a price difference with merchant. Swimming might be better. Swimming might be better considering everything we went through yesterday. But I'm gonna stick with survivalist. You actually helped me figure that's what pushed me over the edge. You saying that is like, okay, you know what? Who cares of a couple of copper? I'm just gonna go ahead and get survivalist. That extra bag really does make a huge difference. I've even gone like 8-10 levels in and still used that bag for whatever reason. Well, because after you're done using it on your body, you can put it in your bank and, you know, yeah, it just pays off. Early on, it's hard to make money. All right, so stats, faith. These are the gods of monsters and memories. Look at the god of war. This is, I think, the lead developer's dog. He has this type of husky. No, he has this kind of husky. Yeah, this is like one of those mini huskies. I almost got one of these, but I ended up getting this kind of husky. The god of inspiration, deity of art, craftsmanship, and song. Followers of Sorrowfall often include artisans, bards, painters, and sculptors. Just gonna keep it simple. For anyone curious, though, that decision will make a difference in the future once the game is at 1.0 launch, because there's different factions, there's different guilds. Some places you'll be kill on sight just based off of your religion, race, or your class, and some epic style quests might only be depending on your religion, for example. But that's just something that was normal in EverQuest. So from what I heard from Rumorville, they plan to do similar things. All right, so we're done. Survivalist for the extra bag, Infravision for the night vision, Bludgeoner for the increase in some DPS early on, Wise to totally max out my mana pool, and everything else kind of make sense. This is what I left for last. Dracos is very special because I've had this name since 1999, so this is why I'm excited to do this. So Night Harbor and Faelindral are the two starter cities. Obviously, every single race that you looked at just now is going to have its own starter city. Right? It says placeholder map at the bottom right there for a reason. This is going to be a massive, massive world. And if you remember how big Night Harbor is, that's just one simple city. Imagine, I mean, I'm sure not every single city is going to be as huge as Night Harbor. Night Harbor is ginormous, right? But anywho, expect more of that for all your other favorite races. For you little halflings, you might live in a hobbit type environment. For you gnomes, you might live in some kind of mechanical clockwork, gothic, robotic type of city. For you dark elves, deep elves, I forgot what they call them in Baldur's Gate. I think it's also dark elves in Baldur's Gate, if I remember correctly. You guys are going to have something to... it's going to be great, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's common sense. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. All right. Dracos, the Wood Elf Druid, in Evershade Weld. Let's start this adventure, boys. I got my coffee brewed. I'm ready to go. All right. Welcome. Welcome to Faelindral. There you have it. Looks like that guy just missed the lift. They've definitely added a lot since I've last been here. So this is good. And yeah. So we got our starter bag right here. Let's memorize our spells. All you have to do is right click them now and they'll start memorizing right away. They added a little bit of quality of life just to make it easier for newcomers. Drag and drop to memorize the spells on your ability bar. Oh, that's cool. They also added this little thing where there's a bar that goes from left to right, letting you know when it's ready to use. You see that? And then you can change the way the ability bar or spell bar looks, so you can put it down here if you want. Me, I prefer it the old-fashioned way. You know, I just realized I'm missing something. Stats mini, there you go. I was like, where are my stats? Everything looks maxed out. Classic EverQuest said, city looks great. Just ran through there at night. Yeah, good luck seeing anything at night, right? And Eric Jones said, bags and packs in the house, boys. Oh my gosh. Dang, this is cool, man. this is cool. They put the signage up so you can tell where's what. Oh man, this is coming together nice, dude. Obviously work in progress, so if you're new to the game, there's going to be a lot of new things added in the future. The city guard with a big old hammer. Oh, look at that helmet, dude. It's like made out of leaves. Her whole outfit is made out of leaves and bark. Interesting. All right, let's go to our trainer. So, just so you guys know, no spoilers, but obviously spoilers. I have no idea where any of the class trainers are. I don't know where any of the merchants are. I've never played, I've never been in this zone in its current state, so we're going to be exploring together. And I'm not rushing at all. So let's see what our class letter says. Dracos, we have sensed the draw of the word... What the... Okay, sorry. Dracos, we have sensed the draw of the word gates within your gaze, young one. We would welcome you to join the ranks of the Word Guard in our mission to protect our kin from unseen threats and see them safely across the whole of Aethoriel. Aethoriel. For real. All right, for real. Seek out high gatekeeper. Gatekeeper. I can't read this without being a goofball. Seek out high. Nothing like a high gatekeeper. Seek out high gatekeeper Silvaria Stariel within the Sentinel's gaze. Our garrison upon sentinels, not centennial. Yo, I can't read. Our garrison upon Sentinel's terrace. You'll find it one platform over from the Fey lift or across from the Trader's terrace. Present to her this letter, and she shall begin your guidance and help you take your first steps towards navigating the penumbral paths. Fair shades to you, Commander Elidris Stormbow. I think they wrote this exactly for somebody like me that's just gonna butcher it. Alright, so here are the important things to note. Hit J, and it should be saved to your journal. And as you can see, it didn't work, so how embarrassing. But I'm sure it will get added there shortly. Oh, no. Journal is not for notes. It's only when you speak to the NPCs, so ignore that. Alright, so seek out high gatekeeper, blah blah blah, Sentinel's terrace. You'll find it one platform over from the Fey lift or across from the Trader's terrace. Okay, no idea where that is. So we're just gonna go and look at the signs. Oh wait, Trader's Traveler Goods. Okay, that's not who we need. Yo, who thought it was a good idea to make my pants have these purple stains right where it's like suspicious? It looks like I ate too many grapes and had an accident. Oh my god, a bear. Oh my god. Ah! Nah, I'm just kidding. I know it's his pet. Look at that cute little bear. Uh-oh. Who the heck let this dude up here? Never, ever, ever trust a halfling. Gnomes are cool. Gnomes are cool because they make good footballs. I'm telling you. Wind resistance when you kick a gnome is amazing. So if you ever play a game of football, always, always, always bring a gnome with you. Halflings, treacherous, vile, terrible, terrible things. And no, it's not just because they ripped me off, right? Back in Riverdale or whatever. Their little halfling town is called an EverQuest. But yeah, it has something to do with that as well. But as a wood elf, I would never trust me a halfling. They are useful sometimes to get into tight spaces, so I'll give them that. This is really cool, man. Classic EverQuest said, we always talk about the skybox in the Night Harbor area, but the lack of sky here still looks great with the fireflies. I agree. Salty EQ Vet said, the god rays through the trees look awesome. I really like their lighting system. I agree. And I'm not going to read comments like that for the whole stream. I'm just, this looks so cool. This looks lived in. I mean, obviously, like not really because it's under development, but for what I saw before this looks night and day different. So Chinny D, ZBrush, and Zukin, and what's that guy? I think he's kind of important. Oh yeah, a loving robot. They're doing a great job bringing this to life, man. This looks whimsical. Oh yeah, those are the fireflies. Isn't there a song like about fireflies? It's like, down by the fireflies, looking in your eyes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, I remember that song. It was playing on the radio everywhere, and I was just like, oh my god. I used to get a migraine every time it came on. Adventure gear? I love adventures. Dude, this is great, man. They're already propping this up. And like, while I like Night Harbor, and it's shocking how much I like Night Harbor because I usually don't like any kind of desert zones, this is 100% going to be my home. For early access and for 1.0 launch, I'm 100% going to start my main, and I'm going to live out of this city. So, okay, so lift, upper tier, Merchants Row. Okay, let's get to know our city. Traders Terrace, Merchants Row. So, I feel like this would be Traders Terrace, no? You know what this is? It looks like a coliseum. Like, not a coliseum, but you know where you do performances and bards sing their songs. Like, it's a stage, basically. At least that's what it looks like to me. What about you, Tipsy Citizen? What say you? Of course. More halflings. Gross. Yeah, I don't think it's here. But we're gonna go up a level and see what is good up here. Commerce trainer? Interesting. I'm curious to see what commerce does in the future. And I'm sure it's going to have something to do with mules and transporting stuff. And oh, this is so cool. So upper tier, Merchants Row, Wayguard. Wayguard, Word Gates, Word Guard. That's Wayguard, not Word Guard. So that's not us. All right, let's keep looking. Weapons, armor. Okay, so there is there's a lift right here. There's a lift over there as well. This is where the weapons are located. they're telling me to go our garrison upon Sentinel's Terrace. You'll find it one platform over the Fey Lift or across from Trader's Terrace. I'm gonna go up just for the sake of going up, because I'm not sure if that's Fey Lift or if it's the other lift over there. So let's check it out. Gemini's or Geminius said the aesthetic difference is really nice. It sure is. It really is. I've gotten so used to seeing sand. I've got sand in my socks, sand in my shoes, sand in my underwear. It's just sand everywhere. And to have this palette reset is just so phenomenal. Tanner. Salty EQ Vet said that might have been Fireflies by Owl City. Yeah, it was something weird like that. That song would get stuck in your head, and you'd know it's coming on because it would start off with that weird noise. Anyways, just weird. Captain Valerik Ironbark. Oh, look! Let's look at this dude. He's got 2 swords. Oh, you look cool. Dang. Are you wearing... Is that plate? Heck yeah, man. Got the cape. Got dual wielding swords. Man, I can't wait to make like a ranger or a rogue. I mean, or both. Alright. So we know where these guys are. I doubt that this is our people though. I think what we need to do is we need to go over to the other lift. So I feel like it's over here. What the freak is that? Y'all see that? There's a spider web and a whole bunch of spiders over there. Mesotrian, Scion. They're all red. But it looks like they don't want to kill me instantly, so that's cool. I wonder what happened here. Scout Glade Bow. Hail? Oh, I hailed the wrong person. Hail? Scout Gladebow says, Hail, watch your footing around the broken span. We were forced to sever it after the recent attack. Oh, dang. They got attacked. That's crazy. Goblin said, this zone is quite magical at night. We still need to do some ambient I can't read today. We still need to do some ambient occlusion and curvature passes for all this stuff. That and some more material changes yet to come. Yeah, I mean, it's really quite... And by the way, Goblin, thanks for joining. It's really amazing, the progress. Every single time I go into an area I haven't been anymore, like, I'm looking for the differences. But sometimes there's so many differences that I'm, like, taking mental note of how much progress you guys are making. I think it goes underappreciated, but I'm one of those people that really notices the hard work you and the rest of the devs are doing on this project. It's really impressive. Alright, so there's a lift right there. Hold on, let me see if I can jump. Yoink. Good thing fall damage is off. Alright, so these are the kennels. Hold on. I think we're getting close. Within the Sentinels Gate, our garrison upon Sentinel Terrace, you'll find the plan over the Fey Lift across from the Trader's Terrace. Okay. Lower tier. Okay, so there's another lift over here. This looks like where the Beast Master Guild is. Oh, this is animal taming. Ooh, I want to learn how to tame animals. I don't think that's exclusive to Beastmasters or Beast Lords or Beastmasters. Arden Keepers. So these are the Rangers. The little Legolosses. Survival Trainer. Did I choose Survivalism? What did I choose? Yeah, Survivalist. Okay, cool. So I should already be at 25. Yep, 25 out of 25. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. And it's gonna be nighttime, so Goblin, you're gonna get your wish of seeing this place at night. And did I already go up there? I did, because I jumped from there. Okay, so Temples, lower tier, bank. Weapons and armor. We've already been here. And I'm not really too pressed on finding the dude we need, because we're going to find him sooner or later, but the more we explore, the more we're kind of figuring it out. Apparently my coffee's not working. Oh no, we've already been here. Crap. Okay. Alright, so now I know where we're at. I know what we're doing. I know exactly where to go. Don't tell me. Looks like the sun is setting. That's super cool. Yo, these flowers look tight. That's tight. That is super freaking cool. Dang, that's cool. That is so cool. Look at this, man. No, man, this is great. This is freaking awesome. Alright, we are now going to go that way because that looks like the edge of the city. Alright, I know exactly where to go. I was just testing to see if you guys were paying attention. It's crazy how a sunset, or the sun or a lack of a sun, can make such a huge difference in how the world feels. Oh, here you go. Here's a bank. We need to know where the bank's at. So this is where the bank is at. Looks like he got robbed. Where are all your safes, man? Probably robbed by a halfling. Guild registrar. Want to make a guild? Here he is. Nothing like some dangerous parkour. Enchanting supplies. Okay, okay. Why, hello there, dearest. She's quite enchanting herself. Enchanting, disenchanting, and this is just such an enchanting tree. Well, I'll tell you one thing it has in common with EverQuest. You can definitely get lost in this city. Even after 25 years, I get lost in Calathon. And probably will get lost in this area twice as much. Hence the name Calathik. So it's actually quite nice. After 25 years to go through from Calathon to Calathik, it's a good feeling. And it is nighttime. Goblin said if you find an enchanting spell merchant, let me know, by the way. I sure will. And you know what? I'm going to run up there. I want to see what's up there. Light my little candle. That's a nice view. Dang, that's cool. Okay, Wayguard, we already met you guys. You ain't it. Liliac. Why does that look? That name is not. There's no way. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. So there's a lift right over there. No, that's the scout. Now we're running in circles. It's all by design, folks. It's all by design. Oh, almost ran right off the edge. I have a feeling I know exactly where I'm going. I'm totally not lost. But if I was ever lost, this is the place I'd want to be lost in. So there's the ranger. So I would use common sense and say if the rangers are over there, then the druids must not be too far. Oh gosh. That looks like a nice hub spot right there. Hopefully people make that a chill spot. Are those glowing? Those are like glowing something. What do you call those things that glow? Flowers, yeah. Glowing flowers. Well, you're welcome to everyone that needs every single guild trainer other than the druid. I did this specifically for you guys. So if you're looking for your guild trainer that's not a druid trainer, you're welcome. I probably found them. And I'm saving the druid trainer for last. All of it is intentional. I got an idea. Hold on. So I think this works. Hold on. Where's the... Let me hail this person. Where L... No. I need Silvaria Starville. I don't think this person likes me. They didn't respond to me. I could have sworn it's on the higher tier. So, our garrison upon Sentinel's Terrace, you'll find it one platform over from the Fey Lift or across from the Trader's Terrace. Didn't we already come by the Trader's Terrace or no? Up. Oh, wait. Could this be it? Oh, no. For some reason, my brain glitched. I thought he was going up. Geronimo. These look like some, what does this look like? Whoa. I don't know, but it looks cool. There's no way. There's no way they're over here. Yeah. No. Can't be over here. That looks like something. What is that over there? Probably a camp with a bunch of baddies. Yeah, this place looks really cool at night. Not gonna lie. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Alright, and I'm back. That looks like there's a lift up there. Wait a minute. That is a lift up there. Hold on. So if we go up there and go up on that lift, are we going to go even higher up? Or am I tripping? No, I think I'm not tripping. I hope I'm not tripping, because then I'll fall off the platform. Okay, I just got an idea. So we're going to go up the platform here, and then we're going to go up another platform there. Does this city have, like, multiple tiers? Like, you can go higher in the trees? Because that would be kind of nuts. Peanuts. Ding, ding, ding. Let me see, where's that lift? Yeah, it's right there. So how do I get up there? If I go up here, wind my way up. Yeah, let's try this. We are going to try this. Alright, so we're going to go up these windy stairs, and then we're going to go up there, and maybe there's a lift. Which would kind of make sense. Because like I said earlier, these are the rangers, and usually the druids are not too far away. So I guess this is it. Upper tier. Oh my gosh. This whole time, we're going up, boys. No flipping way. Well, we made it to the upper tier. It looks like it's still under construction. Man, I was so excited. But at least we have a good... I think this is where they take the orcs and they toss them off the edge. Or the halflings. Alright, so it's too dark over here, so I doubt the people would be there. This seems like the right place for the merchants. Our garrison upon Sentinel's Terrace, you'll find it one platform over from the Fey Lift or across from Trader's Terrace. Classic EverQuest said grim. Indeed. Parkour. I mean, this would remind me of a Trader's Terrace, wouldn't you say? Because you have all your crafting people here. If I was a Trader Terrace, I would be here. But I could be wrong. Let's go up this winding set of stairs and we'll see. Because if this is all traders, maybe the merchants are one level up. That's a nice spot right there to add some more signage. Like anytime you come up to some windy ramps like this, just to have some additional signage. Tanning, yeah, we saw these guys. That's the tanner. And, you know, I'm sure the devs just love watching this stuff and just laughing. Because I probably ran by the Druid trainer, like guildmaster, like multiple times by now, and they're just laughing and just saying, haha, mission accomplished. See, it's too dark over there, so we're not going to go over there. We've already been in this building, so we're not going over there. We've already been in this building, so we're not going over there. This is where the archers are at. Hello, archer. Why does that name look familiar? So, Commander Elders Stormborough. So you're the one that wrote this to me in the first place. Okay. So if you're here and you're the one that wrote this letter, I would assume that your buddy is here somewhere too. Gatekeepers of honor within the Sentinel's gaze. Druid spell merchant. Oh my gosh. We've got to be in the right place. Yeah, this is it. But see, I already saw this. This said Wayguard, but doesn't this say word gates? Okay. We're close. We've got to be so close it's not even funny. Silvaria Starvio. I mean, we're here, boys. Selvosa Pinewood. We're so close. Yeah, so there's a lift right there. And I'm assuming that's the lift that they were talking about. If you're hiding behind this tree, I'm gonna hit you with this stick. Alright. This has got to be it. We're gonna go into this building and we're gonna find this person. Yes. We found her. Oh my gosh, my eyes are burning. Well, GG boys, we beat the game. I might need some eye drops, but it's been great. No, I'm just kidding. This freaking, I mean, it's my first time in the city, right? And everyone else is gonna have a similar experience. But now that I have found this place, and this is what's cool, I know where like everything is. Like if I want to do my trade skills, I'm gonna go down this set ramp right here, and I'm gonna hit up this area. If I want to go do animal taming, I'm gonna go over here to this platform because I've already memorized that. The bank is over here on this side. It's like right over here, and that's actually where the original lift is that I went up. Like this is an inn, I can tell just because I remember being there a minute ago. So this is working exactly as designed. If I opened up a map and I just hit M and I was like, haha, I would never have memorized any of this. And I'm not saying I memorized it, but I mean, I've been running around for how many minutes, and now I know exactly where to go in the future. And it's actually a good thing I ran around because the Druid spell person is over there. So anyways, let's continue. Hail, Silvaria. Silvaria Starvio accepts the offered letter with a knowing smile and gentle bow. Her wizened gaze does not settle on your... Here's my issue, guys. I'm really bad at reading when the text is so small, and I have a ginormous monitor, and I like it when my UI is small, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to work through it. Silvaria Starville accepts the offered letter with a knowing smile and a gentle bow. Her wizened gaze does not settle on yours, but instead drifts past your shoulder, as though addressing someone behind you. Silvaria Starville says, I greet you, Whispered One. I am Silvaria Starville, the High Gatekeeper of the Word Garden. I am delighted to be first to welcome you into... Freaking problem solved. Alright. I greet you, Whispered One. I am Silvaria Starville, the High Gatekeeper of the Word Garden. I am delighted to be the first to welcome you into the Sentinel's gaze. Silvaria Starville takes your hand in hers and gently places a simple file into your open palm, her fingers closing around both your hand and the file. You have been summoned here by our leader, Elydris, because of your promising connection with the spirits of nature. Are you prepared to take the first steps toward becoming a gatekeeper? Baby, I've been gatekeeping my entire life. I've been born ready. Yes. Yes. I want to be a gatekeeper. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Become gatekeeper. Accept. Hail. Alright, let me put this back where it was. I'm not gonna do that again. I wasn't joking when I said my eyes are red because I could not see a thing, man. Alright, let's open up our journal. So what do you want me to do, Sylvaria? First steps. Alright, you will find... Whoa. Alright, Sylvaria says, as a gatekeeper of the Word Guard, your role will be to both support and transport your allies through the Word Gates. Oh, cool. I guess that means I get teleports. You will find one of such gateway here in Evershade Weld at the base of the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. Your first task will be to help nourish and maintain this gateway. Pour the contents of the file I gave you into the very center of the circular formation of the toadstools that you find there. Bet. Alright, let's go. And I think I know exactly where that is. Majestic. Yo, I'm late. Yeah, I know, man. We're already done. We're finished. This is it. You came too late. I'm already level 10. I have all my spells. I got my first teleport. I made like 60 plat in the past several hours, teleporting people to Night Harbor. Yeah, man. I did a slash duel with a halfling and completely obliterated him. You missed out. So no, but for real, I just found my my Druid trainer. So that there's that. And in the process, I've explored most of this city. And I learned that, well, I say that, but then I realized that there's going to be like a whole nother tier to this city. Alright, so I don't think, so where I'm going, where this lady told me to go, she said we're going to some kind of port, gate, word guard port, something like that. It's a gateway. And I think this is the gateway because it's not that. That looks like something the enchanters would go to. So I think I'm going in the right place. And I think those are skeletons over there. I'm curious. This is not for me. This is for you guys. I want to make sure you guys can see what I see. There you go. Are those skeletons? Califrayan soldiers. What the heck? Oh man. Okay, so maybe we're not going in the right direction. These are skeletons. And lots of them. Look at all those glowing eyes, dude. That's crazy. There's a lot of skeletons. Oh no, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's over here. What are these? That's really cool. Yoink. Majestic is a real one. He said those dirty halflings. I've got Majestic said I've got Majestic to 6 Paladin, just started a monk. I'll check the other classes out. Nice. Yeah, I've been wanting to play a Druid for some time now, so I'm excited. So this is another ruin of some sort. These are all yellow. Man, these guys look so cool. Man, the art in this game is just freaking nuts. At the base of the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. So we need to figure out, dang, that's a lot of wasps. We need to figure out where north is. But since we can't figure out where north is, we're gonna need to figure something else out. At the base of the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. So let's find the Fae, let's find the caverns, and then we'll find the lift. And I'm gonna buff myself really quick. I think I see a Dryad over there. Dryad is indifferent. The wolf. Nice. I hit that first one for a lot. This one doesn't want to die. Green Drakeling. He's red to me, but he doesn't want to hurt me, so that's cool. Black Wolf. I love I love the wolves in this game. Man, this guy's like doing anything to escape. Hit the darn thing, man. There it is. Now we're cooking with olive oil or whatever wood elves cook with. Yeah, I like these plants that they added in. They look really cool. These illuminated plants. It makes a world of a difference. It looks like the sun is rising. You guys are gonna get to see the sunrise, so I need to change this back. I only turned it up for the stream. I would never turn the gamma up because the original lighting in the game is perfect the way it is. I want to take a closer look at this little thing. Look at this, man. Stop moving. I want to show off the art of these Monsters and Memories devs. Where are you going, buddy? Slow down. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Well, after all that, I'm actually very happy that it's daytime. And I should probably turn off my little candle. Oh, look at those pink little paws. Look at those little pink little beans. Hold on. Look at those pink little beans. Okay. Dryad Fawn, he's yellow to me, he doesn't want to kill me. Okay, I'm glad to see not everything wants to kill me. Ooh, yes. And these rotten skeletons are indifferent. I love me some skeletons. Hopefully drop some cloth. I learned my lesson. In Monsters and Memories, collect all the cloth. Forever. Just never stop collecting cloth. You will need it for everything. Yep, cloth scraps. There you go. That's one thing I'm going to focus on from a crafting perspective is tailoring. Not tailoring. The thing. The opposite of... No, yeah, tailoring, right? What do you call when you work with cloth? Oh yeah, it is tailoring. Yeah, so leatherworking and tailoring. So tailoring is what I'm going to be doing. Let's try out my heal spell. I've got a really good bad idea. Look at that, more cloth. I need to do a quick bio, so I'm gonna go AFK in the worst place possible. Well, let's keep going because maybe I'll find this cavern before I need to do that. Okay, there's the lift over there. There's some kind of ruin up there. You will find one such gateway here in Evershade at the base of the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. No, it's definitely not this lift then. And it's the northernmost lift. And something tells me it's not this one. But the good news is this is exactly where I want to be right now, because I will be right back. This is going to be a chill little pond to fish in. Fishing trainer. Oh my gosh, we found the fishing trainer. It's funny how I just said this would be a great place to fish, and who else but a halfling? See, you can never trust him. The reason he's like wearing nothing else except for gloves is so that he can slide into your pockets better and steal whatever you have. Just like every halfling. Because that's what they do. Me? Biased? Against halflings? Never. What say you? Alright, I'll be right back. 2 minutes. Maybe 3. Yeah, probably 3. Alright, I'm back. While I'm right here, I actually want to take a quick screenshot. I'm going to need this for later. Right about here. Yeah. Right about there. Don't ask why, I just need it. Mind your business. Okay, perfect. I can't wait to see what the high elves look like, says Majestic. Indeed, high elves are gonna look dope. And they recently made some changes to the wood elves to make them look even doper. Let me see what my inventory... Okay, I still got plenty of inventory space. So we should be good. Trying to get comfortable, darn it. Whoa, what the heck? Ready to... Oh, these things are ready to attack. So, hold on. You'll find one such gateway here in Evershade at the base of the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. Pour the contents of the file into the very center of the circular formation of toadstools that you find there. I don't think it's there, but we're gonna keep exploring. Wait, did it say toadstools? It said toadstools. I love it when my swimming skill is at 1% or at 1. So, yeah, these guys are gonna knock me halfway back to Night Harbor if I get close. I can't wait. Majestic said, are the races gonna have racials in final game? Yeah. I would assume, if I understand what you're saying, like each race is gonna have its own... No, actually elaborate on your question. My interpretation of what they're doing is that each race is gonna have their own city. Each race is probably gonna have their own language, right? I think, if, for example, I speak Elvish, so High Elves probably speak Elvish, but Orcs probably don't, right? Or I should say Goblins. Some classes can be, some races can be certain classes, and so forth and so on. Starting racial abilities kind of thing. Yeah, racial abilities for sure. Like basically like Wood Elves and Elves, they get infravision, and the human homies, they don't, and they suffer for it, and we find it funny. Yes. That is the intention. And it should be the intention because that's what... So a lot of people praise these older games because of the class interdependency. Like, sorry, but every class can't be a teleporter, a cleric, and a tank for the raid. Like, that's just not this game. If you want that kind of game, go play whatever hundreds of other slop MMORPGs are out there right now. I think the goal is to 100% make it class interdependent, but also make it so that races make a difference too. Like trolls and ogres, they're probably stronger. Don't, no, I want the sword. Guard Nailin! Oh gosh, I literally wanted that sword. Sorry, what were we talking about before I started screaming at Guard Nailin? Look at you, man. You already have a nice sword. Why you gotta do that to me? So yeah, I 100% agree that depending on which race you are, there should be benefits to each thing, and I'm 100% sure that's what what the devs are shooting for. Majestic said, yep, nice, I'm keen on that. Robert said, good morning, bro. Good morning to you as well. Cheers. I just poured a fresh cup of coffee. It is burning. wonder if these are collectibles. Maybe. Maybe. There's a lift right there, so I'm gonna run over there, but I'm gonna get rid of this rotten skeleton first. Yeah, wasting my time trying to cast that, considering he's just gonna interrupt it every time. Booza. A rabid wolf. That's red to me. That's probably no good. I see a skeleton over there, and we're gonna chase it down because it looks like it has a staff of some sort. Oh, it's red. Yeah, there's no way. There's way too much going on over here. I gotta be careful. The thing I like about skeletons is they don't run away. It makes it so much easier to camp them. Which I'll probably do that a little later. I still want to complete this quest. Dang, that looks cool. So what's over here? Looks like there's stuff here. There's some orcs. They're like over there, not sure what's going on with them. Booza. Okay, he can heal himself. I was gonna heal the dude. So it said something about the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. Still have no idea where those are, but we're gonna find out. It's not up there because we went up there and there was a whole bunch of undead. I think it might be this way. Lumberjacking supplies. Okay. Makes sense that you're here. I need to come back later and buy something from you. I need this axe. I'm gonna chop some trees, make some torches, and some campfires. So northernmost lift. By the Fae Caverns. Oh, this is where the mining people are. Good to know. Mining trainer, mining supplies, and a halfling. Cool. Good to know. Where's that lift, man? I feel like I remember seeing a lift over there somewhere. Because I know about this lift. This is the lift that goes up here. You know what? There's a much smarter way of solving this issue. And, oops, I almost jumped. We're going to go back into the city. And, oh, what are you? Ooh, yeah. I see you from a mile away. Give me that axe. That's a big axe. That's right. It's about to be my axe. I'm basically just trying to loot everything so I can make some copper. Nice. Okay. We still have plenty of inventory space. Alright, yeah, so we're going to go up into the tree city, and we're going to be able to see the platforms from there. And we're going to just go process of elimination and figure out which lift does Silvaria want us to go to. Because it's at the base of the northernmost lift that leads toward the caverns inhabited by Fae. I've yet to see anything inhabited by Fae. Oh, matter of fact, it could be that right there. Because perchance, I don't know. Yeah, that looks like it might be it. Because isn't that a cavern right there? Yeah, I'm almost sold on the idea that that's it. I'm curious to see what kind of mounts they're gonna have here. Yeah, so there's a lift right there. That might look like a cavern, but let's we're gonna investigate. I'm jumping intentionally. Finally getting my bludgeoning skill up, so now we can actually kill stuff a little bit faster. Yeah, that's like the name of the game. Kill a bunch of stuff until you can make 25 copper. Buy yourself a axe to chop trees with. Make a campfire. Sit down by the campfire and make sure you have your rested XP bonus. After that, you just keep grinding until you have enough for a bag. And then just after that, as long as you have like one bag, it just makes it easier to... Oh crap, I'm dying. I'm dead. I forget the world is dangerous. Oh no. This is a black wolf. This is red, dude. What am I thinking? Yeah, we're dead. And apparently you need to pay attention in this game. You better save me, guard. Belmont. Dude, that was close. So yeah, that's another thing you gotta do is pay attention. Because I thought it was like a wolf pup or something like that. I didn't realize it was an actual That was a pretty good save though. Really didn't think I was gonna survive that. Just because of how unexpected it was. Pour the contents of a vial I gave you into the very center of the circular formation of toadstools that you find there. But I think I know what's happening. Always, when you have a good idea, always go with plan A. We're going to go up into the city. We're going to look at the lifts. Process of elimination. We're going to find out where Selvaria wants us to go. Gotta use common sense. Because what's faster? Running around the lower bottom area? Or being up high and having a big vantage point where you can clearly see where all the lifts are. I mean, she said it's at the northernmost lift. Since we haven't established what north, south, east, or west is, because this is our first time here. Or, by all intents and purposes, I mean, essentially, right? We can only assume. We can only assume the easiest thing to do would be to get up high. It's going to be nighttime before we know it. Yeah, so that's where... it's right there. I freaking knew it. It's there. Right there. I was right. You see those toadstools? It's got to be that. It 100% has to be that. We figured it out. Alright, I'm proud of myself. So at least we know where north is. Because if this is the northernmost, that means... we know what north, south, east is. Can't speak English, dude. Alright, now we just need to figure out how to get to that lift somewhere up there. Yeah, 100% that's it. Because she mentioned toadstools. And that's those look like toadstools, and that looks like a round formation. And that lift goes here, here, here. So we need to go up another tier. So what's the best place to do that? Right there. Okay, I think I know where I'm going. Yeah, let's go up these stairs. Yay, we did it. At least I know where north is now. Because she did mention northernmost. I like these vines that they added. This is a nice touch. I'm sure there's plenty more of where that came from. Tywin the Storykeeper. Curious. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Warmth of the Hearth. So there's an inn here somewhere. Well, obviously there's an inn. We were just there. So I'm just going to get my rusted buff really quick. So the next time I kill something, I get the experience boost. So when you hit C and consider yourself on the bottom left, it says you feel rested. And whenever you have the rested buff, it should say well rested. Give me 2 seconds. This shouldn't take more than a few seconds, but I still want to just grab something. This is actually a cool screenshot. Hold on. Gotta kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, bingo. There you go. Rule of thirds. I think my first screenshot was better. Let's keep going. I got what I wanted. Look at this cool dude named Pip. Hey, Pip. Or cool dudette. What up, cool dudette, Pip? If you're a ranger, don't shoot from the hip. Because you know I'm good at dip. Flippity flip. Yep, there we go. We gotta go to the... Hey, have we been here before? Yes, we have. Oh my gosh. So once again, the Druid guildmaster told me to go literally 3 feet away from where I started this quest. I'm starting to see a trend. Apparently, the devs have implemented some level of common sense. Or maybe they just like to mess with you. Like sometimes the quest will be like, yeah, just go here. It's right around the corner. And it's actually on the other side of the zone. But in this case, that didn't happen. The devs actually put the starter quest like 3 feet away from where we started. So we just literally ran around the entire zone looking for this place. And the whole time, it was right next to the Druid Guildmaster. This is brilliant game design. Brilliant. Because if you put me into this world and I knew nothing about it, that's probably what I would do. I mean, I would obviously ask for help, but darn. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool. Man, this is the freaking best tree elf city I've ever seen in a video game so far. And I've seen a few. This is what, you know, when I was a kid, I would picture in my head as like a cool city would look like. This is so cool, dude. And look, I've been here before. It didn't look like this like 2 months ago. This looks so much different than it did a few months ago. Like, there's so many things to take pictures of. Every angle I'm looking at, I'm like, ooh, let me get this shot with the pond. And then there's supposedly there's gonna be a whole nother tier up there. So anyways, dude, I'm really I'm just gonna glaze a little bit, but I'm really proud of these people, man. They're doing God's work. Just taking screenshots while I wait for the lift. Where is it at? Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, Robert, by the way, I did see your message. You were just saying hello. Hey, Classic, Class&Cool, and the gang. I treated it more of like as an internal message, but I wanted to acknowledge you because I try to acknowledge everything that comes through the chat. Unless, like, one day I'm going to have my first troll. I can't wait. I want to make a hotkey where I can just ban people instantly. But I've yet to have a troll in chat. But the day I have a troll, I'm probably going to, like, screenshot what they're saying, pull it up on, like, my front screen, and I'm going to change the camera so you can see my face and see the chat. And be like, all right, look at this clown. What are we going to do with this clown, guys? That's a weird way of saying I'm really glad I have such cool people to do this with. I mean, think about it. I didn't know any one of you until I started doing this. YouTube thing. And I can think of 10 of you by name, or I guess username, that if somebody were to ask, I'm like, oh yeah, that's my boy. Oh, that dude, yeah, he's cool. Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? So it's really nice, dude. And anyone that's like into or wants to get into YouTube, that's my biggest suggestion, is like, don't worry about viewers, don't worry about subscribers. Focus on getting enjoyment out of this. You're gonna meet cool people in the process, and then everything will be second to meeting people. Meeting people is the most rewarding part of doing this. I don't ever expect to be successful. I don't ever expect to receive money from doing this. I don't even expect to have more than 1,000 subs. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I'm at 600 something, which is 550 more than I ever thought I would get. But yeah, definitely meeting people has been the coolest and most rewarding thing of going online. And so far I haven't had any trolls or any other people, but if and when I do have trolls, I'm just going to treat it like I do everything in life, right? If something in front of me is there for my good, I embrace it. If something is in front of me that's bad, I reject it. I don't have patience for that kind of stuff, and I don't give like an audience for it. So hopefully that's why I'm not attracting any of that negative energy. All right, so let's see. First task will be to help nourish and maintain Once you have poured an offering from the file, you must then exhibit a moment of patience as you wait a response. Interesting. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do a mud command. Let's do inspect. Inspect what? Inspect formation. Inspect toadstools, maybe? I'm probably overthinking this. Let's try pour. Pour while holding the item. I'm not good with mud commands, but darn it, we're gonna learn. What does that say? Pour, thing to take pour in while holding the item to pour. Can I hold it? I can't. So we're not gonna hold. Oh, hold on. Maybe I need to actually physically hold it. Hold it. Pour file. Pour file. Oh, it worked. You pull the stopper and pour out the contents of the file. Liquid, which appears to be simple spring water, is swallowed. Swallowed up greedily by the surrounding toadstools, soil, and fallen needles. Now, all that remains is to await any sort of response. Nothing appears to change so far, aside from the old sensation of being tugged towards the center of the ring of toadstools. You continue to wait patiently. Your patience is at last rewarded as the pull you feel towards the center of the worm's gate grows stronger. A point of light forms at the center of the word gate, what appears to be the very beginnings of a portal. The point of light grows no larger than a coin, out of which begins to pour a slow deluge of murky water. This strange fountain must be the reaction that Silvaria mentioned, that you need to take a sample of and return to her. Okay. So let's take the sample. Take sample. What about fill? Can we fill a file? Pour sample. Collect. This strange fountain must be the reaction. Okay. You receive empty file. So see, I don't see the fountain though. Is it like an invisible Okay, that's not it. Inspect fountain. The offering flowing from that single point of light does not appear to be the same crystal clear water that you had offered moments ago. The water appears darkened and carries a pungent aroma as though it came from the depth of a swamp. I mean, fill file? No, it's not a thing. Let's try, whoops. Let's do take fountain. Oh boy. This man, Eric Jones, this man has enjoyed being level 1 for 3 hours. And he still likes it. Winner. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine when the game is actually done and not like in an early alpha state? How crazy it's going to be? With all the classes, all the races, all the starting city, all the world, all the mystery, all the quests, all the armor, all the gear, all the progression, all the caves, all the caverns, all the dungeons, all the monsters, all the memories. See what I did there? It's going to be freaking nuts. So what exactly? Oh, gosh. So I feel like that's the light right there. Give me the light. Give me the light and dun, 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 dun. Oh, I got an idea. So we're gonna do collect light. No, collect is not a thing. Offering flowing from a single point of light does not appear to be the same crystal clear water that you had offered moments ago. The water appears dark and it carries a pungent aroma. How about we do take water? Take water. Take water. Yeah, this is going to be the hardest part for me. And probably a lot of other people. Like these mud things, I'm a huge fan of it. But it's going to take other people an immense amount of discipline to even consider doing this. And I'm just talking about like the common denominator, like literally just your average schmo. Inspect water. You see nothing out of the ordinary. So what now? Take, pour, rub, inspect, look. I'm just gonna say look. And a neutral formation of toadstools forms a peculiar ring amongst fallen needles of the elder trees from above. When you stand still near this circle, you feel an odd pull towards its center. Well, let's try this. Place. File. I mean, I'm trying to use common sense. I can't be that bad at this. Alright, let's try insert. Insert. File. Not sure where I'm going to insert it. Inspect portal. No. All right. Yeah, Eric, you're right. I will be careful inserting that. Instead, be careful inserting that file. This is a kid. This is a kid's show. That definitely not a kid's show, but also duly noted. Man, this takes some, like a little bit more than just common sense, because common sense might. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. That's chill. Who would have thought? There's a moon. Man, that's really cool. Oh man, get this stick out of here. It's ruining my picture. All right, there we go. Ah man, just a little bit more. There you go. I want to catch the moon and the lift. That's too late. Majestic said, haha, epic. It's so chill watching CNC. Freaking love it. I freaking appreciate that. That's a very chill and nice thing to say. Yeah. I know that looked weird because I was crouching, but it's not what you guys think. Oh, you know what? This is my shot right here. Watch this. So you see the moon? This guy's about to go up in the lift, and I'm about to get this picture. Yes, yes. Go, 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 go. Yes. All right, looks like I'm going to get my shot, boys. Right there. Boom. Print screen. Screenshot. And this one. I don't like the second one. The first one is better. All right, so once you have poured the offering from the file, you must then exhibit a moment of patience as you await a response. Okay, so I waited. I had patience. I waited a response. I stood in the middle. I don't even really think I saw the light. I looked at my mud commands. Take water. That didn't work. We're going to go back up the lift. And we're going to visit the guildmaster and see if she takes back my empty vial. Oh, yeah. I'll show you guys. Sure. Let me do that. So my big head, it blocks this right here. This is where my attack and my mud things are. Eric Jones said, can you show us the list of mud commands real fast? Click the little mud button on the interactions when yeah. So I have it right here. So this is mud. Whoops. Sorry. Feel free to take a look at that. Let's try this. Yeah, so I did pour the file when it was filled and it worked. Let's try to insert, open, take, look, pour, rub, throw, pry, pull, place. Let's try to place. / place empty file. Place. Oh, you have to hold it. Place empty file. No. Place file. Okay, that didn't work. Taste. Taste water. Nope. Well, let's try to insert it again. Insert file. Maybe you hold it and just click all of them to see if anything happens. Yeah, we can try that. But it says we drop it if we do that. And apparently it's this light, or one of these lights that it's referencing. So I'll share this with you guys so you can see it. So this is where we started. You pulled the stopper and pour out the contents of the file. So that's where we did like /pour, whatever. Once you have poured the offering file, okay. Now, sorry, let's start over. Liquid, which appears to be simple spring water, is swallowed up greedily by the surrounding toadstools, soil, and fallen needles. Now all that remains is to await any sort of response. Nothing appears to change so far aside from an odd sensation of being tugged towards the center of the ring of toadstools. You continue to wait patiently. Your patience is at last rewarded as the pull you feel towards the center of the worm's gate grows stronger. A point of light forms at the center of the word gate. Maybe that's the key word. What appears to be is the very beginnings of a portal. The point of light grows no larger than a coin, out of which begins to pour a slow deluge of murky water. This strange fountain must be a reaction that Silvara mentioned that you need to take a sample of. There you go. So this strange fountain must be the reaction that Silvara mentioned that you need to take a sample of. Take sample. Nope. Since it says, oh yeah. Hold, yep. Take sample. It did not seem to work. Take word gate. The offering flowing from the single point of light does not appear to be the same crystal clear water that you had offered moments ago. The water appears darkened and carries a pungent aroma as though it came from the depths of a swamp. The natural formation of toadstool forms a peculiar ring. When you stand still near the circle, you feel an odd pull towards the center. Place file. I feel like I've tried all these already. Open. I mean, I feel like the text itself should provide more hints, like the point of light grows no larger than a coin. Okay, it's not coin. Out of which begins to pour a slow deluge of murky water. This strange fountain must be the reaction that's of a mention. So, inspect reaction. Yeah, no, it's not that. I just feel like it's giving me all these words, but none of these words make sense. The point of light grows no larger than a coin. Okay, hold on. What about this? Take light. I mean, it's this final sentence, right? This strange fountain must be the reaction. So, inspect fountain. That didn't work. There you go. Did that work? No. Take murky water. I mean, take murky water. Take murky water. Whoops. Nope. Take water. Take water. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty much in the center. Natural formation of toadstools. I mean, if it wants me to be very specific, then you're gonna have to give me some more tips. Simple spring water was swallowed up greedily. Nothing appears to change. Your patience is rewarded. Word gate grows stronger. A point of light forms at the center of the word gate. What appears to be begins to pour. The point of light begins to pour water. You'd think it's one of these words. Pour water. That didn't work. Rub the light. Throw file. Taste water. Look water. Natural formation of toadstools. I mean, take murky water. It doesn't even recognize it because I guess it's two words. Part of the problem with the text not being more direct is because any sane person, after several attempts, I don't think anyone would have done it as many times as I have, would have just gone on the wiki and then it would have spoiled this, right? There needs to be something here. I mean, this is it. I mean, what look, it says it right here. This strange fountain must be the reaction that Silvera mentioned that you need to take a sample of and return to her, right? Okay then. But when I say take sample, it doesn't work. So either the mud command is missing, and I know it's not. I'm sure somebody's done this and figured it out. But in this particular case, it's the most common sense thing that your brain would default to doesn't work. So crystal clear water you had. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things. After it does all this, it kind of gives you the bullet point of what you need to do. So inspect reaction. No. And fill is not something. It's not even a command. I mean, I would say the most common sense thing would be to fill. You know what? Let me do this. Let me try to touch this light. Yeah, you can't touch it. And I don't even think it's that thing. Pry light. Let's see. Pry file. Yeah. That's too bad. Well, we're gonna go back to the quest giver and basically tell her, you done screwed up, lady. You didn't give us enough information. And hopefully she responds with, oh, my bad. I ate too many toadstools and I forgot to tell you to do this thing. She'd be eating too many of those toadstools. Okay. We'll figure it out. I want to see it from up here. Yeah, and I'm actually really excited for the mud the mud commands and everything, but one thing I really liked about EQ, I mean, in EverQuest, it would basically highlight the keyword. So you can read through all the text, you see the keyword, and then you form that into the sentence. You know, in this case, there's no indication of what the keyword is. Now, you can argue that that forces you to apply logic and forces you to actually read the context. But when you have read the context, you've put 1 and 2 together, and you try to use the mud commands, if they're so specific that the slightest misstep is going to not activate what it needs to activate, then that's where it's like, okay, you need to, we need to take a look at how can we communicate this better. May the shades of, no, that's not it. That's sad. That's too bad. Well, I think I'm gonna move on until I have like a eureka moment, but I'm not gonna devote more time to something that isn't respecting my intelligence. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I feel like I did my part and it didn't reciprocate. And look, alpha, early development, it could be that the quest is not completed yet. Simple as that. Which I think there's other quests that from a while ago that weren't fully completed. So you got to keep that in mind. Whenever you're doing an alpha, you are basically testing the game. This is not early access. This is not a beta. This is an alpha. So when you're playing these games, you're going to run into bugs. You're going to run into unfinished content. And if you don't go into it with that knowledge, with that understanding that oh crap, the game's not finished, you're going to have a really bad time, right? You got to come into this recognizing that, hey, the game's not done, and my job is to explore, provide feedback, and enjoy the fun that I have where there's fun to be found. Yeah, we just made some copper, boys. All right, so we sold that. Let's make sure we don't sell our stuff. Commerce trainer, nope. I actually do want to find somebody that buys all my stuff. So let's go to I think there's an inn over here. No, but I think we did a good job. I think there's a time and a place for something like that to be very complicated. Especially later on. There's probably going to be quests that only certain people discover just because they're so freaking hard. But I think the hard should be the mystery of what is the mystery, uncovering the mystery, not whoops, I didn't type the command correctly. I think there's a big difference with that because that could have just been a clerical error on my part. But yeah, I really hope that's what happens. I hope that in the future there are certain quests that some people learn about and some people don't, and you won't even find them on the wiki. Like, it's a freaking mystery. That would be really cool. So this is not the inn, is it? Eric said, man, am I at a loss? I missed the brackets from EQ, honestly. Basically, it becomes English class to find the noun and just keep take. Basically, it becomes English class of, quote, find the noun and just keep / take noun. And then when that doesn't work, you essentially give up. Yep. I feel you on that. Majestic said, gotta go, mate. I'll catch you tomorrow if you want. Play hard. Thanks, brother. Be safe. And hopefully we run into each other tomorrow. Researcher Fallgrove. This definitely makes me think I'm in an inn, but I don't see any tavern merchant or anything. Whoops, let me fix this, guys. There you go. Got to put it back to default. I only changed the gamma for you guys. It looks different to me than it does to you guys, especially when you're like using a smartphone. The nighttime looks much darker than it is when you're actually playing. It's really not that bad. Alright, so there we go. We found the person. So we're going to sell the bat wings here. She doesn't want bone chips. Who buys the bone chips? Drogo the grocer, would you buy some? Nope, you don't want it. Nope, you don't want it either. Traveler goods. Oh, I think there's a merchant in here too. Scrap metal trader. Okay, you just take random goods. That's cool. We'll come back to you. Let's see, any traders over here? Come on, Trader Joe, where you at? Okay, so we found a place where we can sell bat wings and stuff like that. We found a place where we can sell armor and swords. Now I just need to find a merchant that will buy random knickknacks like bone chips and stuff. I would think the shaman would be more interested in something like that. But let's see if we can find somebody close by first. We already have 25 copper, which is enough for a wood cutting axe. A lumberjacking axe, which is 100% what I need. Okay, we're not going to find him here. Alright, I'm going to cheat really quick. Yeet. We are averaging. Ooh, something happened. I think they need to either I need to restart the client or they need to reset the zone. I probably need to restart the client because my FPS dropped to like 40 for some reason. All right, let's see what we got. We got bat wings, bat fur. Alright, looks like somebody already bought everything from here. And I think I'm only gonna get like one copper from that, so I'm not sure if that was worth it. Oops. Whoops. All right. Alchemy trainer. I don't think this is a merchant. Nope. Rogue abilities merchant. Okay. The thing is, you know, after we just went through that mud thing, it's interesting to note that I'm still thinking about what the potential solution might be. So it could very well be that you know how you kind of have to step away. Like, let's say you're painting, writing, or composing music, and sometimes you need to kind of step away and then come back to it, and then it kind of dawns on you. I mean, it could just be that by design that certain things aren't meant to be figured out that easy, but I'm giving them the reason of the doubt. I mean, with these kind of things, I always try to put myself in the dev's shoes of what am I trying to accomplish here? But, you know, I'm an outlier. I mean, the common denominator, the common player is not going to think of it from that perspective. They just want to kind of do what makes sense and have it work. Like, I'm not even going to entertain somebody that says, oh, I don't like to read, so I don't want that in my game. It's like, okay, just don't play the game. I mean, there's plenty of games that don't require anything of you, you know? So let's buy some more inventory space. Yeah, let's buy another pouch. Cool. Progress. Alright, let's go hunt some mobs. Look at that thing, man. I'm looking at it from here. There's a guy right there doing something. I wonder if he figures it out. Who are dissus? Tell our dissus. Let's talk to other people, okay? Hey, fellow Druid friend. Any chance you figured out how to fill the vial? You know, it's funny, but I've been spoiled by other games so much that I forgot to ask someone for help. You know, I'm a level 1 druid. I'm trying to complete the beginner quest, but it never dawned on me that I should just reach out to another druid and ask for help. And if this works, then I'm going to be like, Eureka, mission accomplished. If he responds and says, nah, man, I tried everything, then I'll probably be like, you know what? I'm going to give the devs the reason of the doubt. It's probably not done. Reigns. Who reigns? He's a level 1 druid as well. He's probably running around doing the same thing. What do I do? Say what? Yeah, just say take water. It's no freaking way. It's that Artisus says, yeah, hey, yeah, just type take water. I did that. I'm so embarrassed. Look, if this works, I'm deleting my entire YouTube channel. Yeah, exactly, Eric. Eric Jones said we tried that. Odd, I feel like I tried that and every other combination of commands and words. I'll try again now. Alright, again, I'm cheating just because I've earned this. Okay. / take water. You use the now empty file to collect the sample of the eerie reaction and press SMH. It worked. What the heck? I owe the devs an apology for the past 45 minutes of what I just went through. That was apparently self-induced. Oh, I feel so dumb. Oh, it hurts to feel so dumb. It really hurts to feel this dumb. But okay, but you know what the real takeaway from all this right now is? What do we just do? We were stuck. We tried everything. I mean, that could be from you just got off work, or it's been like a long day, or it's super late, or you just did a bunch of stuff and like you're just not functioning. And so there's two things at play. One, it might be that you can just ask for help. I asked for help. He helped me. He answered my question. Boom. He didn't give away the quest. He helped me on the step of the quest that I was stuck at. And the second thing is what I said a moment ago. Sometimes you just need to walk away from it, go do something else, and then it will come to you. And who knows? Maybe maybe the quest needs to be triggered by you walking away. You know, things glitch. So it could be. It's like a combination of all these things. But I guess it was just as simple as that, man. Okay, so let's read. You use your now empty file to collect a sample of the eerie reaction and press the stopper back into the neck of the bottle. As soon as you've collected what you need, the small portal from which the water had cascaded closes the stems and stems the flow. Whoa. The remains of the fountain seep into the forest floor, leaving the Worm's Gate in its natural serene state. I'm just looking through my chat log right now. I'm trying to see if... Yeah, no, I can't see that. I was looking through the chat log to see if I could find where I used that mud command earlier and just see if it was just a glitch on my part, or did I literally try every single mud combination except for take water. I mean, I wouldn't put it beyond me, you know. I've done stupider things in my life. But we did it. We did it. So there's nothing to be upset about. I think one thing I've learned from playing with other people, watching other streamers, is when I say I'm a casual, like a casual player, like this is exactly what I mean. Classic EverQuest said, bye-bye YouTube. Yeah, I did just say that I'm deleting my YouTube channel if it works, so. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a good moment to remind everyone that you are watching somebody that doesn't try to be good at games. I don't try to min-max. I'm as casual as it gets. And you're going to see this kind of stuff happen again and again and again with me. And it's not that I'm dumb. Well, maybe a little bit. But, I don't know. Sometimes I'm too busy looking at trees and taking screenshots that I don't even know how to use a darn mud command. Eric Jones said we tried that like 22 times. Maybe you weren't supposed to hold the file, or maybe it was just buggy when you tried it. Yeah, it could, like it could have been any one of those things, right? I'm going to rewatch the stream later and I'm going to look and see if I typed take water, and I'm going to see whether or not I was holding the file, and that might have glitched it, because maybe when I was holding it, the game didn't find the file inside of my inventory, and maybe the devs can take something like that back and be like, hey, maybe we should adjust it, that what triggers the mud command is whether you hold it or whether it's in your inventory. As long as on your person, it should trigger it. Because that could have been it. But I'm not mad, because honestly, if I'm gonna go through this much trouble on the first try, it's gonna make the second, third, and fourth, and fifth try that much better, because you start to see the logic of how these quests are designed, and it kind of helps you understand what to do next. Bilth said, the trigger area is super small too. You have to be directly in the center. The quest peeps are going to fix that. Oh, there you go. So there's that too. So I hope people that are new to M&M didn't just witness all that and say, yeah, I'm never going to try that. Like I said, I'm not a good case study. I think most people would have figured it out, but I don't know. Whatever. Look, we completed the quest. So you receive a novice icon of the gatekeeper from Silvara Surveil. So what did we receive? Novice icon of the gatekeeper. So this is the item we received. It's +1 wisdom. A druidic icon fashioned from twisted vines in the shape of a crescent. Okay. It's just something we carry. Wait, what? Interesting. All right, so that's done. Now let's talk to her and see what she wants to tell us. Okay. Starvale says, I thank you for this, Dracos. We must always be vigilant in our efforts regarding the word gates. I need to, speaking of word gates, I need to figure out how to use that word. Whenever I see a Y, I'm always thinking like Wormsbane. But yeah, it's not word gate, it's word gate. Anyways, regarding the word gates, for though they are undoubtedly a great asset to our people, they could also prove to be a great vulnerability and if left unchecked. Silvaria Starville says, I cannot yet explain the results of your efforts to you, but you have at least taken the first step towards becoming a gatekeeper. Only one who is capable of viewing the wording could have seen this reaction take place, and thus I present to you this icon to symbolize your rank of novice. I would also have you sent on another task should you accept it. I accept the task. All right. Savaria says, the word gates is our primary responsibility, but it is also our duty to protect our fellow word guard from any who would see them harm. As gatekeepers, we are the ones who bring them into the fray, embolden them through our magics, mend their wounds, and call upon nature's own wrath to lash out against those who oppose us. Take the file that you filled earlier to an ally of ours in the preserves. Sylwine Brightspirit is a brilliant alchemist who currently heads the Well of Order, and she may have some insight as to what it now contains. Okay. I feel like we've seen that alchemist before. Bill said, you're definitely not alone in having trouble with the Druid starting quest. I just did it today, and there was like 6 Druids in the ring trying to figure it out. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I just want, to be honest, I just want the dev's vision to work as intended. Because the more it works the right way, the first time, the more it kind of shuts up the naysayers that say, people don't read. It's like, that there's a lot of truth to the fact that people don't read anymore, and which is exactly why you should start reading. Right, anyways, that's just my opinion. Nobody cares about my opinion. Sly Wine, Bright Spirit, okay. Druid spell merchant. Let's buy some spells. So Burning Embers. Ignite your target with Burning Embers, dealing 1 fire damage every 6 seconds and decreasing armor class. This spell stacks up to 3 times. You need a fire beetle. I don't have that. Invisibility versus animal. Moonflame, yes. Unleash Moonflames upon your target, dealing 3 damage. Yep. Scroll Polar Line North. That would have come in handy earlier, so we can figure out which way is north. Twisting Roots. Root your target. thought there was a snare too. Apparently not. Oh, was that the last of our money? Apparently it was. Oh, you do not have enough money. Okay. There you go. Cool. Look at this cool looking dude. Alright, mission accomplished. I feel a lot better now. Gonna need a quick bow, so I'll just be right back. Oh look, there's another thing up there. Or maybe that's the lift we went up to earlier. Alright, I'll be right back. So we gotta go find the Alchemist. I think I know where he lives. I mean, I know I've seen him, but my brain's a bit foggy now. Argent Keepers, that sounds familiar. Fletching supplies, fletching trainer, animal taming. Oh no, he's on the other side of town, I think. All right. We'll come back to him. Right now, I want to go kill some mobs. The goal is to, we're gonna ding level 2. Find a good place to camp, and tomorrow we're gonna really go ham. I wanted to get to know the zone, the city, the environment, complete the beginner quest. Now that I'm a lot more comfortable with that, it's going to be a lot more of just slaying monsters and making memories. Woohoo! So yeah. You're definitely not alone. Sanguine Ultimo. Oh wow. Is Faelindral actually playable now? Yes, it is. And I'm just as shocked as you are, because I remember I was here just like a few months ago, and I mean, it was cool to go check it out, to take a look at it, but now there's props, now the guildmasters are where they're supposed to be. There's just a whole bunch of stuff that just feels like, okay, I can use this as a starter zone now. I think it's 100% doable. Is it more challenging than Night Harbor? I think so. For the new player, I would say, like, if I was inviting somebody to play M&M for the first time, I'd say choose Night Harbor as your starting zone. It'll be a lot easier. And mainly because it's more of your traditional city layout, and also because there's a lot more people in that zone. And it's just a lot more straightforward, like West Gate, North Gate, starting zone 1, starting zone 2, right? And it's a lot like more linear progression. So yeah, I think he might be in the inn. I agree, and that's kind of why I decided not to go there right now, because I want to level up first, and then I'm gonna head back to the area. Regarding the Alchemist, Sanguine Ultima said that's awesome. I have to make a wood elf and start there this test. Yeah, that's kind of like what my thinking was. I'm still gonna go play the Bard because I'm level 8, but I'm like, you know what, this is as good as a time as ever to give the zone a shot. And so far, I have no regrets. Absolutely no regrets. Look how nice this texture looks, man. I don't know if it's the correct thing to say texture. I'm just saying like the actual painting. Yeah, I guess texture is the right way of saying it. The art style or whatever. That thing just got split in half. I will say that after 3 hours, restarting the client might be a good idea. Because it did get a little bit choppy a moment ago. Like maybe 30 minutes ago I noticed it got choppy. Your mileage might vary. All right, we just leveled up. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Ding-a-ling. We are officially level 2, boys. All right, we're going to do 2 things really quick. All right, I'm not leaving quite yet, but I do need to do... I'm going to do what I just said I was going to do. I'm going to restart the client. Basically, I'm just going to log out and log back in, which should fix the choppiness. I mean, it's not unplayable. It's like 45 FPS, but I noticed those little things. Saying well, Ultima says grats. Thank you. Bill says grats too. Bill said wait. Okay. Bill said can't wait for the new water tech so the river can be fully implemented. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not sure. I think Sean was talking about it. A loving robot. Yeah. Monsters and memories. Oh man, that's embarrassing. So earlier today, I was talking about Nick's Q&A and I realized I called Nick Sean. Dang, am I really dumb? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, we're back. Let's see if that fixed it. I've had a couple people complain about performance, but it's kind of hard what to believe. I mean, is it system issues because their PC is too slow? Or is it because it's day 1 of the playtest and there's 500 people in the zone? I think another issue that the devs spoke about is the actual zone needs to be restarted because it's like sucking a lot of the resources or something like that. So there's definitely stuff going on, but I don't know. I think some people blow it out of proportion. Oh, they're friendly. Crap. That was a test. I just wanted to see if they were friendly, and they are. If you're friendly and you know it, clap your hands. If you're friendly and you know it. Okay, guard nailing. You better start nailing. Yeah, both. Again, it was either Sean, Nick, or both of them, and I heard the same thing when they were talking about the, hey, look at this vibe right here. Isn't this cool? When it's like warm like this, it's freaking awesome. As some people would say, it's so cozy. Yeah, but I heard Nick or Sean talking about that, and I was like, yeah, new water tech. I like it the way it is right now, but if it's only going to make it better, then that's cool. I think it's like the same version as what they currently have. It's just slightly, it's like version 2.0 of that water technology. Nope, don't want to heal him. That's weird. need to rearrange these spells really quick. Okay. Uh-oh. Jump away. Bill said, yeah, Crest 5 will allow for directional flow. Nice. Oh, where's the guard, dude? Oh my gosh, how bad would it be if the guards go away at night? Oh, there's a guard right there. Oh crap, there's a skeleton. Again, I can see everything fine, but for your sake, I'm gonna turn it up so you guys can see. Large black rat. An orc scout. That's dangerous. Royal jelly. Black widow hatchling. All right, let's go. Since we leveled up, let's go head back to the inn. I want to see if I can find that alchemist, and then we are gonna call it a night from there. I mean, I've had a lot of fun the past 2 days, as usual. I mean, it's been a kind of a change where instead of focusing so much on leveling up, I've spent more time exploring. And obviously, once you've explored and seen everything for the first time, it's not your first time anymore. But with that being said, I think my biggest takeaway is I enjoy what I've seen. Like, it's familiar enough already to where I'm like, yeah, I can see myself coming home to this place after maybe 5 levels, you know, and I've been in dungeons in different cities, and to be able to come home to my home city and, you know, buff the low-level players, or, you know, go to my favorite place for crafting, etc. I think it's just going to be a cool experience. It's like one of those places that feels like home. Like, it's never gonna get old running through this area and looking up and seeing like the platforms. Bill said those dryad fawns are a pain. Do not recommend attacking them. They support each other and heal. Yeah. You know, they remind me of the, what do you call them? The brownies in Lesser Feydark. If I remember correctly, those guys were terrible. I mean, I remember they were like 10 levels below me, and I attacked one, and it still almost took me out. And whispering wood, whispering resin. No. Ooh, a buckler. I have no money. That's too bad. Oh, I kind of want to buy all this stuff. Okay, let's go sell, and then we're gonna come back to him. And I think it was either Goblin or Nick. No, it was Goblin. He was in the chat today, and he was talking about how this area is gonna get like more lighting, more of this and more of that. And I'm excited to see it in this state, because when it's bare bones and naked, and it feels like, oh man, there's so much work to do. Considering how much they got done in a matter of like what feels like a month. Like, I'm sure they've been working on it, but it wasn't like public. For what they accomplished in, let's call it a month, I can tell that they fully understand the vision of what they want the city to look like. So as they continue fleshing it out, it should get easier and easier and easier, because, I mean, the hardest part is laying the foundation. It's like, again, painting, right? When you're just scratching out and the idea hasn't reached the paper yet, it's difficult. Once you get the sketch down and you move on to filling in the sketch with paint or color, it becomes a lot easier, because the sketch is already there, you know? And that's the vibe I'm getting from the city. Before, I just saw empty platforms. I didn't see the leaves or anything like that. I didn't see NPCs. I don't even think the lifts were working properly. And now it's just like, it's all coming together. Let's see if I can find this Alchemist. Take this file to Sylvine Bright Spirit, an ally of ours. So is a brilliant alchemist who currently heads the Well of Order, and she may have some insight. No, wait, I know where Sylvine is. It's exactly where we were there earlier. Cooking trainer, cooking supplies. Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, the Fadark brownies. They had little mushroom areas, if I remember correctly. Yeah. What we were talking about earlier about the brownies. They were in EverQuest. They were very, very annoying. So there's the alchemy person. Why did I think I need to go here? So I brush, slash, mend their wounds. Well, she may have some insight on what it contains. Cell dress is a brilliant alchemist. Oh, so we're not looking for the alchemist. We're looking for this person. That looks really cool. I like how they decorated that. Part of the reason, one of the things I think about a lot is what would it be like where instead of having 3 or 4 or 10 different servers, but where instead of that you were able to pull it off so you can have all the players on one server, but just have a world that's massive enough where it wouldn't even matter. Like right now, having 3 servers that you can run into issues. 500 people in Night Harbor on Rel is kind of crazy. But once all these starter cities are in, if they can pull off the server load of having everybody on one server, I think it would be pretty cool, man. I feel like these starter areas, these starter zones are large enough that, and I could be wrong, I'm just stating my opinion, I feel like it could be large enough to support 100 people in this zone, 100 people in Night Harbor, 100 people. I mean, you spread them out of all the starting cities. I don't think everyone's going to be a Wood Elf. Sure, there's going to be plenty, but it's not going to be like crazy. I could be wrong. But, like Night Harbor feels really good. I made a video a while ago of, it was like bustling streets of Night Harbor. And there was just like a constant flow of traffic. But if you know where to look, there was also always a camp you could find where like people weren't necessarily there. And it's because the devs did a really good job of creating hidden camps, duplicate camps, special camps. Like a lot of people might not know this, but I can think of 6 different places where you can find multitudes of crocs. So if you're like level 5 or something like that, you can easily level up even when the server is at full load. Now multiply that where you have a fully fleshed out world. Let's say performance is good and you can support all 20,000 players on one server. I don't know, man. I'd like to see it. But it's not just a performance thing, right? It's just, I guess, having too many people in the same place. Sound Wine, Bright Spirit. I'm just trying to use process of elimination, see maybe the person is here, instead of looking far, far away like I did last time. Bright Spirit. Well of Order. All the way around the left in the back room. Oh, okay. MMO Pug, thank you. Normally I'd be like, no, don't tell me that, but since I literally walked into the inn and didn't find her, I appreciate you turning me around. And fortunately, I can get there pretty quickly by jumping. Ooh, cloth armor. Silk. There you go. Spider silk. Adventure gear. What kind of stuff? Okay, cool. So there's some more merchants over here where I can sell stuff to them. Alright, so the inn is over here. Okay. All the way around to the left in the back room. So we're going in the inn. Maple Bloom. Yep, there she goes. Thank you for that. Yeah, I really like the new skins. The Wood Elves look very nice. It reminds me of the EQ ones in the sense that even with the low poly graphics EQ had, I feel like the characters just look good, you know. Kind of just want to see good looking NPCs, you know what I mean? so we can all role play as if we're one of them. I mean, certainly I want like a Gandalf looking like dude, but I think like wood elves specifically are supposed to be like so good looking to the degree that it's blinding. I mean, when you look at Lord of the Rings, like even the ugliest elf was like a sight to behold. Like they're majestic. Now wood elves are a little different. I think I'm speaking of high elves. High elves are always supposed to be like this upper echelon of races or whatever. Wood elves, I guess they could be a little bit more rough around the edges because we literally rub our face against bark every day. Alright, so anyways, I was just saying it looks good. And they adjusted the ears a little bit too, and I think the ears look good too. I don't know why this NPC specifically just looks really good with the armor and everything. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but this is one of the best wood elves I've seen so far. Just a combination of the armor, the facial stuff, yeah. And it's cool because like they haven't even created all the different hairstyles yet, and this game's gonna look so sick, man. I lost all my windows. That's weird. I used to have a little window here for my damage. Yeah, it's a sign that it's getting late. Alright, Sylvine, Bright Spirit. Alright, Sylvine says, from the High Gatekeeper herself, well, I'd best take a look right away. Ah, from the looks of that symbol, you're a novice among the gatekeepers. Would you be willing to do me a small favor while I look over the file? What favor? Sylvine Brightspirit hands you a small bag with various separated pockets, each for carrying different regions. Okay. Thank you for the region. Oh, you're an alchemist. Alright. From the looks of the symbol, you're a novice among the gatekeepers. Would you be willing to do me a favor while I look over the file? Wait, let me read that again. Hail and welcome to the Well of Order. Feel free to browse, but no taste testing. The last one who tried got a purple tongue and a swift kick in the trunk. That's funny. So it says she hands you a small bag with various separated pockets, each for carrying different regions. But she didn't tell me which ones. Bag. What task? Sylvine Brightspirit hands you a small bag with various separated pockets, each for carrying different regions. Cool. Cool beans. Oh, I just messed up. No. No. What just happened? I just broke the quest. The shop is running a little low in some more popular regions. Normally I have preservers running around doing this for me. I was literally waiting for her to tell me that. Why didn't she say it? I handed her the bag like a complete moron, and now it's gone. I'm a complete moron. Alright, the shop is running out. Normally I would have the pro servers running around doing this for me, but I have some free time, right? Sylvine Brightster says, I need you to find me 2 royal jellies, 2 bat wings, and maybe a couple of bone chips just in case. I should have all those things. You can pull them all in that region bag and secure it once you're done. I should have this file sorted out by the time you return. Thanks in advance. Okay. Let's see if we can fix this. I think we can fix this. Here. Say what task. Dang it. Or say what favor. Favor. Say I see the chat. Yeah. Okay, she gave it to me. It says that she gave it to me. No, it doesn't. I think I just glitched it, dude. It's okay. We're gonna fix this right now. We're gonna camp, and then we're gonna hop back in. Classic EverQuest said, and keep in mind, it's late, guys. It's 4:28. I need to go to bed. Classic EverQuest said, it is late. Lurker mode. You're on the big screen. Gonna lay down. Talk to you later. Talk to you later, Classic EverQuest. I'm gonna be lying down in a little bit too. Probably the next 5 minutes, but we'll see. I mean, at most 30 minutes. I mean, it's gonna be 5 in the morning. That's kind of crazy. If I can get this bag back, then I'm probably gonna complete this quest because I have most of these reagents. So we're gonna hail and we're gonna say what favor. All right, let's see. So I think I messed something. So I'm messing stuff up big time, but I lost some of my windows too. So my window's there, but I had 2 windows. I had one here for chat and another one here for chat. Yeah, but no, it wasn't this one. No, see, it's not doing it. I wonder if I click like a hotkey to get rid of it, or what happened. All right, let's worry about that another time. All right, so she did not give me that, so we're gonna do hail. Say what favor? Immediately turns it. Yeah, she didn't give me the bag. Close, reopen sometimes. Reset UI. Are you sure you want to reset the UI? Oh, that makes me so nervous. I shouldn't have done that. Now I got it all messed up. Alright, it's late. I gotta get in bed. I'm not gonna work on fixing my UI right now. It's too late for this. I'll work on this later and get everything. I mean, I think you're right. The windows popped back up, right? No, they didn't. I only got one of them back, and this is not the right one. Close window. Alright, guys. Well, you guys don't need to watch me do this. You guys have a great night. Thank you for staying up with me. I'm not sure if it's healthy to be staying up this late, but I don't care. I've had a blast. And I'm sure we're going to have a blast tomorrow. Or the next time I see you. So I'm going to go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, probably fix my UI and try to salvage it. I'll probably tweak it, right? Because I've had the same UI for quite some time. But seriously though, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for giving me like all the advice and tips and I don't know, just like not even the tips and all that stuff, but just hanging out. It's always a pleasure. So I'll see you guys soon. Be safe. Have fun. Hopefully you guys are making the most of this playtest. And I will see you on day 3 pretty soon. So peace and chicken grease. Oh, and just MMO Pug, good night. Bilth, good night. Salty Q Vet said, have a good one, man. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for being here, Salty EQ Vet. Ultima, thank you so much for hanging out. Eric Jones, always a pleasure. Majestic, good luck with that level 6 pally, brother. Classic EverQuest, always a pleasure, brother. And Robert Engstrand, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Goblin, it's an honor, Goblin. Keep up the amazing artwork for Monsters and Memories and all the other things you do. And that's Jimmy. Thanks for being first. I see you with the flames. Anyways. Alright, I'm outie. You guys be safe, man. Peace.